Hey everyone, Rob's your Dog Survival here, and today I want to take a different approach to the video. Today I'd like to go over some tips on prepping. I'd like to share some things that I've learned along the way and hopefully help some of you out. And for some of you veterans, perhaps we'll cover something that you hadn't thought of previously. Alright, so to get started, first of all, food, very important. I highly recommend learning to store food, whether you're talking about Mylar bags, sealed buckets, or canning. You have complete control of your diet. It's typically a lot better for you, lasts a long time, and gives you a really good feeling of independence to be able to do that. Stay away from stocking up too much on prefab foods. When I first started prepping, this is the first thing I bought were these emergency buckets. They're good to have, it gives you a peace of mind, but you are limited to your wallet on these. On top of that, not only can you only have as much as you can afford, but really high in sodium. Doesn't taste the best. I'm not referring to this brand, I'm referring to pretty much every brand I've tried. But when you're able to can it yourself, you decide what you and your family diet's going to be. It's a lot cheaper. It's a lot better for you. Then storing cans, normal canned foods you buy from the grocery store, if there's something on sale, stock up on it. It lasts a lot longer than the expiration date says it does. But make sure you rotate your cans. Okay, so if you get something new, don't put it in front, put it in back, move the stuff forward. And also, personally, don't be afraid to come down and use it on a normal day if you're kind of out of something. You kind of need to keep it fresh, right? We don't know when an emergency may occur. You don't want to come down when one doesn't have 20-year-old cans. So don't be afraid to use what you have, but just kind of learn the independence yourself, do it yourself. You'll be a lot better off for it. Now, more important than food is water. In fact, you can't have enough of it around. The more you can store up, the better off you are. It's real popular right now for people to go out and buy personal water filters and assume that's going to cover your needs. There's a lot of filters that work really well, from little personal ones to big expensive ones. But if you don't have the water to filter, they're not going to do you any good. So store up on it. Use your tap water, whatever it takes. Just find good, sturdy, strong containers to hold it in, and find a container that suits your needs. If you got room, get big ones. If you don't, find small jugs. Now on jugs, my personal opinion on it, do not use milk jugs. It is debatable, but in my personal experience, we stocked up shelves of it, and unfortunately the plastic that we had wore down over time and busted. We came down to a flooded basement. So I recommend staying away from milk jugs because, first of all, they're hard to sterilize to get rid of any bacteria that was there from the milk, and second of all, they don't hold up over time very well. If you know a sturdier jug or just confident with them or used them and not had a problem, that's great. But if you're starting out, I recommend getting a good sturdy one. You can pick these up at most big box stores. They're cheap, and use your own water. Now, one thing I can't stress enough is don't just plan for survival. You're not just trying to make it through, you're trying to live through it. So plan on stuff that you need every day. If you have family members that have allergies, stock up on that. Get ibuprofen. Get the simple things in life, the things that you take for granted. So to give you some ideas of kind of, well, in one of our cabinets here, we have a bucket full of lighters. We have other fire starters in there too, but we have a bunch of instant Bic lighters. We live in a modern day age, and we're going to take advantage of that. Primitive skills are great, and practice up on them, but if you stock up ahead of time on things we're used to using, it's a lot easier. We've got water purifying tablets in here, tweezers and other tools, a bunch of batteries, C, D, AA, AAA. Look around your house for things that you need. Stock up on those batteries. You catch them on sale, get them. Duct tape, of course. You find that pretty much all over the place around here. Cord. Got a funnel back there. Medical supplies, ace bandages, normal band-aids, dust masks. Simple stuff. Ibuprofen, I already mentioned, allergy pills, bags, dynamo flashlights. Lights that don't require batteries necessarily. I haven't charged this up forever. It's still holding the light. So a lot of different kind of options for dynamo out there, but whether they're a crank, a wind, stock up on them. Matches, bungees, zip ties, very useful. We've got soaps. Oh, little trick. A lot of people know about, not everyone does. Fish medicine, right? So penicillin, amoxicillin, ampicillin, all these kind of antibiotics that we use in the medical field today you cannot purchase without a prescription. Well, coincidentally, a little tip, the same medicine, exact same, is sold to take care of pet fish. A little hard to find these, but when you do, stock up on them. Get a book though, because if you dose yourself incorrectly, you can either it lead to the bacterial infection becoming immune to the medicine, or if you take too much, you can create an internal fungal infection. So get a book that tells you what the dosages are. Typically, the dosage on the bottle is kind of what most doctors prescribe anyways, but peroxide, alcohol, antibacterial, soap, feminine hygiene products. They're actually great for first aid, absorbing, anything, more details, but Epsom salt, just the stuff that you use all the time. Stock up cabinets of it. You're not just surviving, you're living. Do not underestimate the importance of sleep. It seems a lot of people overlook this option, but sleep is absolutely crucial for your mental and physical health. But it can be difficult to sleep in a hostile environment. So I strongly recommend picking up battery-powered alarm devices. There are wedges for the door, there are magnetic window breaking seals, and here we have a door hanging alarm, which will alert you if somebody tries to come in. This way, even if you leave your home and you end up somewhere else, you can alarm all of the entrances to your sleeping quarters and pretty much sleep without concern.
It's a good device.
And finally, I want to state, do not plan for any one specific event. I know a lot of people like to get hung up on what it is they're planning for, but most situations, most emergency situations, have the same problems. So I recommend that you plan for the problems, not for the emergency. Don't let your fear get the best of you. It's a great motivator, but the whole purpose to prepping is to destroy fear, right? Be encouraged by your own ability to carry on no matter what life may throw at you. I want to thank you again for joining us for Drug Survival. We'll cover more in the future. Please stay tuned. Thanks for watching.